T-Mobile is winning more accolades and is offering some new benefits to subscribers. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us, we're happy to welcome back T-Mobile Consumer Group President Jon Freier. Hi, John.
Hi, Fred. How are you?
We're doing great. Well, first off, congratulations on PC Magazine. After extensive testing, driving 10,000 miles across the country, they are saying T-Mobile isn't just America's fastest network, it's also the best. But I guess you knew that.
We like to think that. And it's so great to get this incredible award from PC Mag and just so many other of these third-party companies that are out there between Umlaut and Ookla, and the list goes on and on. We've been so busy, Fred. We talked about this last year, maybe a little over a year, about all of the work that we're doing in our network, and particularly in rural areas. T-Mobile's always been known to have, this incredible network in the largest metropolitan areas of the country, New York City, Miami, Dallas, etc. But where we were a little bit behind, to be honest, was out there in rural America. And to see PC Mag basically tell us that T-Mobile is the very best network, whether you're in an urban area, a suburban area, or in rural America, T-Mobile is the best. And I got to tell you, I'm beaming with pride for that. I've been here for a very long time. And to see that we have now the very best network, according to all of this third-party research, it's really, really exciting to see.
And it wasn't just anecdotally, they went out and actually traveled to do this as well. So very impressive. T-Mobile has also been making some news. First, you have launched what you call Coverage Beyond. Tell us about the concept here.
Yeah, we saw a big opportunity here, Fred, that, when you look at what's happening in our country, there's two things that are happening. First, as everybody knows, this inflationary pressure has really put in a lot of hardship on people's budgets. People are having to stretch their money like they never have before, and, really in so many people's adult lifetimes. And so that's a reality in this country today. What's also a reality is that people are so tired of being home. They want to go and get to their travel on. They want to go to different places in the United States. They want to go abroad to other international countries, and people are cooped up in their houses and they're ready to go. I've been going through the airports a lot, over the last several months, and these airports are packed. I mean, just this past Friday, right before Father's Day, was the busiest travel day since the Sunday after Thanksgiving last year. And so these airports are packed. So we saw these two things, and we said, we have an opportunity to help consumers and small businesses in America. And we launched what we call Coverage Beyond. And Coverage Beyond is really three big things. First, we have totally revolutionized how you use your phone in 210 countries and territories around the world. And you can now, as a result of being with T-Mobile, go to any one of these countries, land, your phone works, it says, welcome to the country that you just landed in. And now your phone works with high-speed data. In 2013, we announced, kind of free data in select countries around the world, about 120 or so. And it was very slow. It was 128 kilobits per second. And that was good back in 2013 because, remember, back in those days, pretty much the mobile operating system that we were using was BlackBerry. And, things have changed dramatically since that time. And now people are using 60 times more data internationally, thanks to what we've been able to do. People weren't doing that as well because, before what we did, if you were with AT&T and Verizon, just having your phone on and the phone talking to the towers would drive all these roaming charges and people getting, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars worth of bills just because they were overseas. We saw that as an opportunity, said that's wrong. We changed that some years ago. But what we just announced today is for the first time ever, including high-speed data so that your phone works as it works here at home. It just works. That's the best part. You don't have to do something. You don't have to log into something. You don't have to buy something. It just works. Welcome to fill in the blank country that you just landed in, and it just works. So that's part one. Part two is really taking our in-flight Wi-Fi to a whole new level. This is something else that T-Mobile pioneered back in 2013. But in-flight Wi-Fi back in 2013 was pretty slow. It was slow and it gave you a little bit of texting capability, but that's about it. Now what's happened is the Wi-Fi on the airlines these days has dramatically improved in terms of capability. So what we're doing is we're providing people free Wi-Fi on some of the nation's largest airlines. Let me tell you which ones they are: American Airlines, Delta, Alaska, and soon to come, United. And so these are some of the largest, these are the largest airlines in the entire country. And now, thanks to T-Mobile, you can do that, because when you look at what people are really worried about, they get on the plane, they're worried more than ever that they're going to lose connectivity. Our whole lives are, through these phones that we have here, the way that we communicate, the way that we work, the way that we live. And not being connected when you're in flight is a real worry for people. Over half of travelers worry about that. And 2/3 of travelers worry that it's going to cost you too much to be able to connect either on the plane or when you get into Wi-Fi, or get into another country, I should say. Then the third piece of what we announced, Fred, is I feel like, but wait, there's more. The third thing is really a basket of goodies for the road warriors, for the road trippers that are out there. We're going to give AAA a year's worth of membership for AAA for free to every one of our accounts. That's one. And two, there is so much pain at the gas pump that we are giving off 25 cents per gallon through T-Mobile Tuesdays, all the way through Labor Day at Shell participating stations. So every Shell station, if you're a T-Mobile customer, 25 cents off per gallon, and you can redeem that through T-Mobile Tuesdays every single Tuesday out there. And then the third thing is, if you go to t-mobiletravel.com, we've introduced a partnership with Priceline to give up to 40% discounts on hotels and rental cars and other kinds of travel elements that you have out there. So no matter if you're traveling domestically in your car, if you're getting in the plane going somewhere across the country, if you're going internationally across the world, T-Mobile has you covered, and no one does what we do.
Well, with that 25 cents off, even if you're just going shopping, I think that's a plus right there, right? So
exactly.
Tell us that these benefits are for people on certain plans, or how do they find out about eligibility?
Yeah, so you can go right to T-Mobile.com. We have customers that, what we did is we designed all of these, the peak of these features around our most popular plan. Our most popular plan is Magenta Max. More than half of our customers, when they join T-Mobile, subscribe to Magenta Max. And it's the most popular plan that our existing customers are moving to if they were to change their plan. So we packed all of these features into Magenta Max. And then we also have a rate plan that's called Magenta. And a number of these elements go into the Magenta rate plan as well. So, it's the majority of our customers. It's the overwhelming majority of our people that are joining T-Mobile that can get all of these popular deals.
Now, on the 5G front, you have some new stuff there too. You've got, for one thing, a new hotspot that recently came out, and you continue to expand the home internet service area. Tell us a little bit about it.
This is something we're incredibly proud of. The 5G home internet, and Fred, I think I talked to you a little bit about this a year ago, and this business is just doing incredible. First of all, we announced in April that we have achieved 1 million customers using our high-speed internet service within people's homes or in their small businesses. And this is a business that had 0 customers in 2020, and it's already run up to 1 million customers, which is fantastic. And then what we're also seeing is we're seeing people that are coming from everywhere, from some of the largest cities in the country, from some suburbs, underserved areas in rural America, that are moving to this product, either to save money, which is typically the case in more of the urban areas. Good product, but very expensive. And you can get the same product with basically the same speeds as cable for a fraction of the price. Or in underserved rural areas, it's just really bad. It's like DSL, speeds. And where T-Mobile high-speed internet can come in is to give you that 5G connection and get you, basically brought into the 2020s and out of the 1990s. And so we're really, really excited about what we're doing in high-speed internet. When you look at our overall satisfaction scores, customers that were switching from, their previous provider, they really had them as a negative net promoter score, which means there were more detractors and people that hated the product than people that liked it. People were leaving from that, and we're seeing some of the highest, satisfaction scores. The thing that we're most proud of, Fred, is that we're the fastest home broadband, home internet company, fastest growing home internet company in America. There's no company that's adding more home internet customers than T-Mobile across the entire country. So it's a great business for us. Customers are loving this product. They're saving money if they need to save money, but so many places they're getting a superior product. And there's 40 million homes across the entire country, nationwide, that can take advantage of this particular product. We love what we're doing here, and it's really, to be honest with you, it's one of those things that we dreamed about when we joined forces with Sprint and created the new T-Mobile. We could not have pulled this off back in a 4G era, because we really needed the 5G capabilities to pull this off with the speeds that people really need in their homes. And this has probably been the number one thing that I'm proud of, thanks to this 5G network that we built. That's the most superior 5G network in the country. And
the rollout is continuing on that, right?
It is, right? Yeah, we're increasing every single month in terms of the eligibility for people to participate in that product, to have it. We're still rolling out. I don't want to get people too confused on all the spectrum and the jargon, but this 2.5 gigahertz spectrum, which is what we call ultra capacity, which really gives you the speed and the bandwidth to pull off 5G and the kinds of speeds that you want. We're still rolling that out across the country. Today, we cover 225 million people with ultra capacity 5G. Across extended range 5G, it's 315 million. But really, that high speed ultra capacity is about 225 million people. We have a plan to get that to 300 million people by the end of 2023. And so we are busily rolling out more and more of that ultra capacity 5G. And 85% of our customers today, Fred, have access to ultra capacity 5G. So we got a lot more to cover in terms of the country, a lot more square mileage to cover in terms of the country. But where we are today with 85% of our customers being able to access it, we feel really great.
And you're doing some interesting things as well, switching phone calls onto 5G, and then you're promising higher speeds, combining channels, things like that. So there's a lot of promise, a lot of stuff to come.
Yeah, there is. Our technology teams, I got to tell you, I'm not one of these. Neville Ray, who's our president of technology, he's like 9 million times smarter than I am on technology. That's for sure. But with his team and all of the geniuses that work in our technology team and our network team, they are always pushing the boundaries on what we can do with technology to unlock more speeds, to unlock more coverage, to unlock more capability out of this 5G network. It's incredible what they do.
On another topic, T-Mobile, according to some reports this week, is also selling app usage data to some advertisers unless customers opt out. Tell us what we need to know about that. How should people look at this?
Yeah, it's a business that we've been doing for, really over a year now. And it's T-Mobile Advertising Solutions. And it's really about having more personal and relevant advertising for customers. Like, what customers hate is, being shown advertising if they're on Facebook, if they're on Instagram, if they're on any kind of social platform out there in the internet land. They hate advertising that's not relevant or personal to them. And then, so what we're trying to do is help customers, curate and present more relevant and personal advertising. Now, some customers say, hey, I don't want to participate in that at all. And that's okay. No problem. You can go to T-Mobile.com. You can go to the T-Mobile app. You can opt out of that you don't want that to happen with your account. No problem at all. Opt out. Don't participate. That's great. But if you do, and a lot of people do, they want information that's important in their lives. And if advertisers can curate products and services that are meaningful and relevant and important in their lives, they like that. But some people don't want any of that. I don't want to go on to Facebook and see any of that. So I'd like to opt out of it. And we provide that as well. So, for us, we've been doing it for over a year. It's nothing really new. What we're trying to do is help customers as best as we possibly can. And if that includes not participating, no problem at all.
And the data doesn't provide the personal information of your customers?
Not at all. Not at all. Absolutely not.
Very interesting. So you've got all this new stuff going on, and you've got plans for people who are in different niches as well, whether it's 55 and over, military, et cetera. So there are lots of things for people to explore, I guess, on your site.
There is, yeah. If you can go to t-mobile.com, t-mobile.com, there's all kinds of things, right? For our Magenta customers, Magenta Max, like I said just a few moments ago, but some of those unique customers as well, that 55 plus, which is basically taking our standard rate plans and chopping them in half for our 55 plus customers. Same thing for our military customers. For those that serve this great country of ours, we want to be able to give back and give the deepest and steepest discounts that we can for our military customers, and also including our first responders. We launched the Magenta military plans about 5 years ago, I believe. It was 4 or 5 years, but I believe it was 5 years ago now. And then we quickly followed up with that with first responders as well, and given them an opportunity to participate in some of our discounts that we have out there as well. So yeah, we got a number of things for different segments out there, and everybody can learn about the latest and greatest if you go to t-mobile.com. You can email me or reach out to me on Twitter as well. I spend almost every night in my sad life, Fred. I spend almost every night going through Twitter and at Jon Freier, and I read customer comments, and customers are reaching out to me all the time. And I spend almost every night on social media for 2 or 3 hours, really going through how our customers are feeling, what kind of challenges they may have, what do they need, what do they want, and that drives a big part of our listening system to be able to respond and serve our customers.
Terrific. Again, t-mobile.com is the place to go. Jon Freier, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Fred, thank you. Love spending time with you, and really appreciate that you having me here today.